What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of That Guy and This Guy.
The podcast.
The podcast. That's right. We have decided that we want to start a podcast. We wanted to get back into the swing of things.
And being honest, man, just eating foods and all these concoctions. I think what it was the crazy combination video.
Yeah.
Man, my stomach ain't been the same for 2 years. So,
well, here's the thing, though, right? So, like, we're not completely abandoning that stuff, right?
no, we're
But-
just slowing down a little.
Yeah, so our main focus is definitely going to be the podcast. But I think the plan is to still throw in a few like videos like that every once in a while. Some challenges, try some new foods, do some reviews, stuff
Just
like
get
that.
it off from us.
Right, yeah.
But this is episode 1 of many. So let's start it off, man.
Let's just jump right into it.
So did you hear about the 65-year-old black woman at a gas station? Grocery store?
No.
All right, so check this out. So say you at a grocery store, you're
All right.
walking around, you get up to check out, and you see a $50 bill on the ground. What you gonna do?
Pick it up.
You gonna give it to the cashier?
No.
That's yours,
That's
right?
mine. Straight in the pocket, bro.
Okay, so she was a grandmother, 65. She finds $50 on the ground.
Yeah.
And her first mistake was that she told the cashier, I found $50 on it.
Dumb.
And so the cashier's like, oh, that was the person who was before me. Go ahead and give me that $50 so I can make sure. Like, that's the owner's friend.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, no, I'm not giving you this $50. Like, it's either coming with me or the owner can come out here and I'll give the owner.
Bet.
Owner's off.
Finders keepers.
Yeah. I mean, I thought if I found money in it, like it's
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
fine.
if I find money anywhere, I don't care. That's going to it's straight in my pocket. I don't care if I find it at a church in an offering plate. I don't care if I find it at a bank. All of it straight in my pocket.
I'm pretty sure my wife finds money in my pocket.
And
And she's just like, yeah, that's mine.
And that's
Oh,
her
it's in
money.
his wallet? That's it.
Bro, that's so true. And you know what? Here's the thing, though, right? That's why you always got to check your pockets before you're about to, throw something in the laundry. Because, dude, first off, if the wife does laundry, she's got to check the pocket. You know what? Hold on. Actually, let me say this. My wife doesn't check pockets before she does laundry because she threw my whole ass wallet in the washer
Bro, that's crazy.
not too long ago.
So my wife washed my AirPods, not once but twice, and now they don't work. $250
okay, so
down
wait.
the drain.
Same pair?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first time you didn't have to buy a new pair. They were Gucci. But second time.
But the left one had some static in it. That second time, they don't even charge.
See,
Yeah,
I don't,
crazy.
What do you do in that situation?
Uh,
Whose fault is that? Is that your fault for not taking your AirPods out of your
No.
pocket, or is that her fault because she did the laundry? See, that's what I think, right? So if you're gonna do laundry, you are the last person, right? You need to
I
check.
mean, it's a
check the
simple
pockets.
tap over the pockets, you know.
Yeah, just check the pockets before you throw the clothes in there.
So here's the thing. I know my wife's gonna listen to this,
That's
so
fine.
it's my fault.
No, okay, yeah, my wife's gonna listen to this.
But if
too.
she doesn't listen to this, 100% her fault.
yeah,
Tap the pockets. It ain't that hard.
right.
When you find money in my pocket, somehow that ends up on top of the dryer, and that you know how much you found, right?
Oh, it ends up on top of the dryer.
Yeah, she'll pull it out and like sit it on top
Oh,
of
that's
the dryer.
nice. Yeah, dude.
Which eventually means my daughters get it, and they're like, "Oh, a $20 bill sitting on the dryer."
You keep cash on you like that?
I mean, every once in a while. We got gymnastics competition, but look, we done veered off. So this woman, she's arguing with the cashier about this $50 bill, right?
Okay.
And the cashier's like, "Just give it to us," and she's like, "No, I'm not gonna give y'all $50. Like the owner can come out, and I'll give it to the owner." And the lady goes, "I'm the manager." She pulls the old "I'm the manager" trick. How many times have we seen? Where's your manager? Let me speak to your manager. I'm the manager.
Yeah, I've seen you pull that.
I am the manager. So it works out. But she wasn't giving it to her. So the lady tries to leave the grocery store. And They turn the doors off, the automatic doors off, shut them. They stand in front of them, and eventually it ends up being 3 of the workers like keeping this lady from leaving. They lock the door. Her grandchildren are trying to come and get her out the store, and they lock the door, and then like police get called. All of that is crazy. All over $50 bills.
Is that even legal?
I don't know.
Can you just keep somebody in? I mean, it's not like she stole it from the till.
Yeah.
Right? She didn't take like anything off the shelves.
Is it stealing? If you find $50,
I guess that's more of like a moral question, right? Like, morally, is it wrong?
Morally, that's my $50.
That's your no matter.
That's a
what.
blessing.
It doesn't.
That's a blessing. Hey, look, I had a hard day. $50 on the ground. Thank you.
All right, so here's the thing, though, right? She shouldn't have even said anything.
That's what I think.
That's where she messed up right there. The minute she said something, she opened herself up to this.
And dude, that's why sometimes you just got to be like, I dropped something, pick it up, put it in your pocket, and do it, go on about your day.
Yo, if there's any kids listening to this right now, listen to me. Listen to me when I tell you this, all right? Honesty is not always the best policy.
Sometimes you just got to take your blessings in silently, right?
Yeah.
You can't brag about it. That's the issue. She got out there and bragged. She was like, I found $50. And that lady was like, that's mine.
Yeah.
They was going to eat lunch with that. They was going to eat good with that. They was going to order some crab legs.
Yeah. See, because here's the thing. If I was in the same situation as the cashier, I'd be like, oh, that's mine for sure. I would do the same thing. I don't blame the cashier. Actually, you know what? I'm now on the cashier side. I've changed my mind.
I can't be on the cashier. Man, they put this old woman in a headlock.
Bro, she's lucky she didn't get drop kicked.
I don't know about a drop kick, but I'm just saying.
So wait,
that's somebody's grandma?
Yo, I don't have any grandparents, so I don't really care. So hold on. So is that how that really ended? Like they physically assaulted this lady?
So okay, now I'm on the side of the cashier.
Oh, see,
because when you watch the video,
the whole story.
When you watch the video, the lady was trying to get out. They locked her in. And then she technically put her hands on one of the cashiers first.
Oh, okay.
She like pushed out her neck like this, telling her to like unlock the doors. Mm. And then that's when they put her in a headlock. More so, it looked like more so the restraint.
Okay.
But I'm telling you now, if I walk up and I see my grandma in the store and somebody got her in a headlock, everybody in that store paying that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody paying that day.
Look, I'm just saying, if grandma puts her hands on me, Granny gonna catch the old 1-2 combo, bro. A little 2-piece with a side of fries. You know what I'm saying?
Well, on that note,
this is what you guys are gonna get from us. Just real conversations. Like, we're not here to bullshit you guys. We're just here to have fun, and this is what you guys are gonna get. We're gonna talk about some stuff. We're gonna have some conversations. This is just something that we do every day. These are conversations that we literally have every day, and we enjoy them. We think they're funny. So we're like, why not just record ourselves while we're having these conversations?
We're pretty much forcing y'all to listen.
Yeah, and if you guys just get a little bit of enjoyment out of it to help you get through your day, perfect. If not, I don't really care.
So Michael B. Jordan.
The basketball player?
No, Michael B. Jordan, not Michael the GOAT Jordan.
I don't know enough about basketball to even go down that road.
But he's getting his own star on the Walk of Fame.
Okay.
Do you think he deserves it?
So that's my question, right? Like, how much has he done? Let's really think about it, okay?
He had Fruitvale Station.
I never saw it.
It's a really good movie. It's deep though.
Okay.
But
all right, so
I think that's like the first one. I think he was a child star too, but even before that,
well,
like,
he was,
that was
right?
like the first one that
his very first movie was Jamal and Hardball.
Yeah,
that's his very first acting role, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, man, Hardball.
That's a great movie. I was gonna get a quick story about Hardball, right? So, not even necessarily Hardball, but so when I was in high school, I did forensics, which is like competitive acting, kind of. right? You just read monologues and stuff like that.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Every time you say I did forensics, I assumed you were digging up dead bodies and like doing whatever, and then you're like, it's pretty much debate.
No, it's not. Stop that. I mean, I understand what you're saying. It's part of the same like category, but anyways,
I mean,
so there was like one competition we did where it was improv, and we picked like you picked like a name, places, something like that. I can't remember exactly what the format was, but I remember we got Keanu Reeves. It was me, two other people that were in the group, and we picked out Keanu Reeves. So like for our thing, we decided we were just gonna like monologue Keanu Reeves movies. And I did Hardball. I had Keanu Reeves as Hardball, and I just remember like pacing back and forth, going, "I don't want to coach the Cucumbas my whole life." But I digress. So Michael B. Jordan, though, so he did that. He did Fantastic Four, right, which was terrible. Yeah,
I don't remember him.
Yeah, he played Johnny Storm, bro.
I
That's
remember
how
that.
bad that
no,
movie
I remember
was.
that, but I don't remember. Like my mom blocks that out.
Yeah,
that version of Fantastic.
That's fair. That's how bad it was, right? But then he does Creed.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic.
Well, before that, but even before Creed, wasn't Black Panther before that?
I think Creed came out first, Creed 1, and then he did Black Panther, if I'm not mistaken.
Which Creed is really like Rocky 12.
I mean, it's obviously an extension of the Rocky franchise, yeah. But it's really good.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. But then
anybody ever understood a damn word that man said?
Adrian. Nah, I got that. I know that. But so he does Creed.
Yeah.
Then he does Black Panther, and he's great as Killmonger in Black Panther.
Yeah.
And then he does like Creed 2, Creed 3. But that's like really it. Is that work of fame worthy?
I mean,
when you consider,
and I will say, Fruitvale Station, it was like one of those movies, police brutality. So like, granted, if you watch it, they were fighting on the train, but like his character ended up. It showed the struggles of his character all throughout the movie. I mean, if you ain't seen this movie and it was released in like 2012,
yeah, I haven't seen it. I didn't know that.
Spoiler, but it shows his struggles of like his character all throughout that movie, and then like towards the end, it's a true story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it's a true story, but yeah, he ended up getting into a fight on the train, and somehow he ended up passing away due to the police. And it's a real strong story. This is a
really big spoiler alert.
Hey, if you look at it, is a true story, but if you know what happened, like you know how it is.
Sure.
So, but just everything leading up to it was crazy good. His performance in that was really, really good. I think that was like the movie that set him off. But when you look at it,
do you think so?
Yeah,
because I don't even know if I've heard of that movie.
Yeah. It's it was one that
no. So obviously this resonates way more in the Black community than So having like kind of like a maybe not necessarily like a firsthand experience yourself, but like, do you think that's why you think you resonate with it a lot more than say I would? Obviously,
I have firsthand experience, and yeah, I resonate with it because I could see myself in that position.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think his acting alone in the movie was just amazing.
Right.
Like you get so many different levels of what all is going on between him and his relationship. The real reason it resonated with me was because he had a kid in the movie. And when he passed, I feel like any movie where it's a father that passes away, like it just hits me differently now.
Yeah.
Now that I got kids,
dude, I'm right there with you, man. Like whenever I see any movie or TV show, or like, I feel like I just snorted.
Did you snort?
Did I? Oh my god!
Yeah, you Pumba'd it.
If you're only listening to the audio and not watching video, I am indeed a fat ass. All right, now, but I agree, man. Because like now, if I see anything on the news or anything like that involves kids, dude, my kids immediately come to thought. and like I just get so angry. Like
Yeah.
I get so mad now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can't imagine.
I don't know, but yeah, with his whole kid and how it related and the struggles with that, it was more relatable, and that's what put him on the radar for me. But I'm pretty sure he was nominated for some awards on it, maybe won some. And then you didn't hear much of him after that until I guess Creed.
And what was this movie called?
Fruitvale Station.
Fruitvale Station.
Yeah. So then you get Creed, and then you get Black Panther, which I think by far was his most popular movie today.
Just because it's in the Marvel universe, though, right?
Yeah.
Like those are just always going to be so popular.
Well, and I think it was also the fact that it was a all black cast, other than the cop.
Yeah. Well,
the FBI agent or whatever he was.
Outside of Killmonger, the main villain was also a white guy.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, was he white? I think he was Irish.
No, he's
Aren't they different?
Not American, but he's still white.
I mean, if you call him white and he's Irish, he'll be like, all right, let's go fight and have a drink afterwards.
I really feel like I would probably know that better than you. I don't think that's true.
Yeah, you're right. You're right on that.
We're
right on
off
that.
topic though. Like, does Michael B. Jordan deserve this right now?
4 to 5 movies. Like, if we're being serious, the 3 Creeds, Black Panther. He made a good appearance, like a short appearance in Black Panther 2, and then Fruitvale Station. Even if you want to throw Hardball in there, I just don't think that's enough for a Hall of Fame star.
All right, so let's here. I got his Wikipedia pulled up real quick to look through the movies he's been in. So he was in Hardball. It says that was his first one, 2001. Okay, Blackout. I don't know what that is. 2007. I mean, he may not have even been a main character. Pastor Brown. I don't know. Red Tails. Yep.
I've heard of Red Tails.
Chronicle, Hotel Noir, Fruitvale Station. Then he voiced Cyborg in the Flashpoint Paradox, the movie.
I've seen that.
Cartoon is great.
Didn't realize that was him.
Yeah, and then Fantastic Four in 2005, where he played Johnny Storm. And then Creed, 2015, not 2005. Fantastic Four was 2015. Oh. And then Black Panther, 2018. With Creed 2 coming out in 2018 also. And then he did make an appearance in Space Jams, the new one, but really
I haven't really seen it.
Okay, but really, like, those 3-4 movies are like his main ones. Now Creed 3 I know is his directorial debut, so he's directing that movie.
So do you think they're giving him this star because of the dollar amount or how big these movies became?
Well, but outside of the Creed franchise, like, how often is he like the guy in the movie?
I mean, Fruitvale Station's the only one I can think of.
Right.
Which literally followed him around the whole time.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Michael B. Jordan's a good actor. Like, I really think he's a really good actor. I just don't know if the level of work or the longevity of work is there to really warrant a Walk of Fame star right now. He's still young enough that he could do a lot more movies.
Yeah, and I think he'll
definitely deserve that.
He'll get the star.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to get it anyway, whether how we feel or not.
Right.
But I just think there's so many people who've had these bodies of work that encompass their whole career who just got a star within like the last 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just too early maybe, right?
Yeah.
Not saying he doesn't deserve it, it just might be a little bit too early for it. That's my opinion, at least.
Well, check this out. So you definitely know this wasn't black people. An Arizona investigation uncovered $4.5 million worth of fentanyl and 3,000 pounds of meth. Now, when you said fentanyl, people probably like, yeah, that could be black.
Really?
I mean, it's selling, not really, using. But
Yeah, but like people aren't just doing fentanyl, right? Like they're usually
well,
that's a lace stuff.
it was laced in some pills.
Okay.
And this was
Well,
a 3-year
I think
investigation.
fentanyl
I
comes
think
in
they said,
pills.
well, I mean, technically it's a medicine. So
Right, yeah, it comes in pill form,
but from my understanding,
so they were
allegedly,
probably,
they break it down, mix it, and then it ends up becoming like a more deadly version.
right. So they're mixing it in the meth, I would assume, if that's what they're
No.
finding. No, they're
No,
mixing
it's
it.
not mixed with the. They're pretty much trying to take like a legal fentanyl pill, break it down, and then mix it and make more fentanyl pills out of it. So
Wait, what?
yeah. So like, it's essentially watering it down, but they add more chemicals and more stuff to it that makes it deadly.
Interesting.
And that's what's the issue is. Like the fentanyl you get at the hospital, you get that, you take that, you're high for a few hours, and then you're down. You don't feel anything. Fentanyl you get on the street, allegedly, I know nothing about this. It's mixed with so much and broken down so much that it's pretty much to kill you. So
I know where we are. Fentanyl is like in the high schools is pretty serious.
Yeah,
but they're kids, and at least where we are, they're mixing it with like weed and stuff like that, and that's pretty serious. But you said they found how much? Where was this?
So it was
Arkansas?
$4.5 million. Arizona, dry as hell there. $4.5 million worth of fentanyl and 1,500, 1,800. Let me what I have noted here. 3,000 pounds of meth. That's where I said,
Okay.
yeah, this definitely ain't us.
Yeah. So no, this is definitely a my people type thing for sure. So here's my question: why do you have 3,000 pounds of meth? Like I know why.
Yeah.
Right. You're gonna distribute it. You're gonna sell it, right? Why like keep that much on you at one time?
So here's the thing for me, like when you watch cops and people get pulled over with stuff and they have a certain amount, they'll have like maybe enough to fit in your hand, and they're like, that's enough to with the intent to distribute.
Right.
3,000 pounds of meth is enough for the intent to distribute.
Oh,
you're trying to distribute to the whole U.S. with that damn.
Yeah, I mean, all of Arizona is getting high off of your supply.
So they said it was over 3 years. So I mean, I don't know if that makes it better. 1,000 pounds per year. Does that help out any better?
I don't think so. No, I don't think. Well, did they find it all at one time? Like, was this a 3-year investigation? They finally were just like, all right.
Well, it was a 3-year investigation, and it was a Mexican cartel who was moving drugs from Mexico through.
Okay, hold on.
Here. But
wait a minute, no.
But the people who were arrested weren't Hispanic. That's the crazy part.
Okay,
so
but
they bought it from the cartel.
3,000 pounds of meth?
It was 150 people arrested.
You know how long it would take me to smoke all that?
I don't know. Give me an update.
Dude, I've never done meth before. I don't know. That seems like that would take a long time.
I was going to say, just start now and let's see how many episodes we get through.
Like, all right, guys. So
this is episode 4,962. Glenn, how are you doing on that 3,000 pounds?
Oh, Glenn's no longer here. He died. The meth killed him. That's mixed with all that fentanyl.
Hey,
dude, what is wrong with people?
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Money, man. Money makes people do stupid things. Like start a podcast.
Yeah.
I just smacked the mic. Hopefully that doesn't come through.
No, they're gonna hear it.
Beautiful. Glad.
That's the first episode mistakes that we have.
Yeah, it's fine. But seriously, what is wrong with people that you would have 3,000? Like I don't even know if we can really put into perspective how much 3,000 pounds of meth is. Hold on.
So you're not riding around with that in the
No.
car. That's got to be an 18.
Right.
How much balls do you gotta have to come across the border with $4.5 million dollars worth of fentanyl and 3,000 pounds? Like, there's not enough money in the world for me to risk
An adult walrus can weigh up to 3,000 pounds. Those people had an adult walrus worth of meth.
that.
And
You put it
somehow
like
when I
that.
put it that way, it actually feels less than I would thought it would.
Well, we have to understand. Like, a walrus is heavy. Like, that's muscle.
Yeah, 3,000
That's
pounds.
mass.
Of course.
Yeah, but that's mass. Like, if we're looking at a car, like how what type of car would weigh around 3,000? I feel like they're gonna come back and be like a geoprism. And everyone's gonna be like, okay, that's maybe not as much as I thought.
Let's see. The average weight of an automobile is about 4,000 pounds. So
So
a smaller
car.
car. Yeah.
Yeah, that's still
That is so much meth. That's so much of anything, but meth alone. That's absolutely crazy. I can't.
well. Let's transition this into something that'll make both of us
Oh, okay.
happy. So meth? No. No. So I read today that TikTok is limiting kids to an hour at a time.
What do you mean?
Like, so their viewing time on the app right now. You're on TikTok, right?
Yeah, of course.
How many hours do you waste on that?
At night?
At night.
Hour or two. Honestly, I get home from work. So I get home from work, and half the time, not even half the time, majority of the time, my wife and kids are already asleep.
Yeah.
So I have nothing else to do but watch TV or get on TikTok, and usually I get on TikTok.
So you're eating some dinner,
Yeah,
while looking at TikTok.
yeah,
Then you go sit on the toilet while looking at TikTok.
yeah. Of course.
And then before the end of the night, you found out, damn, I've been on TikTok for 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, so kids don't have that luxury anymore. It's pretty much built-in screen time. You create their profiles, which is crazy because I thought they were kicking kids off of TikTok.
Uh-huh.
But I guess when you create the kid's profile, it limits them to an hour, which is going to piss off millions of kids across. One of two things are going to happen. It's either going to piss them off or they're going to create second profiles as adults. And then they're going to see the real TikTok.
See, right.
Not the Chinese TikTok that, limits what they see. The American TikTok that gives you everything.
The China TikTok. So here's the thing. Like you're saying, though, this could actually cause more harm than good.
Yeah.
Because now you could have a bunch of kids creating fake profiles, saying they're adults, and seeing content that maybe, not maybe, but content they shouldn't be seeing. Right, exactly. So it's hard, man. I don't necessarily think it's a bad idea, but I don't think it's a good idea either. Especially in today's world, man. It's so different. Like we get all of our information through social media in one way or another, right? Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. So
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of disagree with this whole move altogether.
yeah.
Sometimes, like my daughters are gymnasts.
Mm-hmm.
They go to school, they get out of school, they work their ass off for 3 hours, 3 days a week at gymnastics. So when they come home from gymnastics and they're like, "Hey, can I jump on TikTok for a little bit? Or can I call my friend or this or that?" I'm like, "Yeah, you put in work,
Right?
like you've been putting in work, good grades, like everything." So for TikTok to tell me how to parent my kid,
Right, but this isn't like geared towards you though, right?
but I mean,
Or your kids, right? This is geared towards the kids that literally the minute they get home or even at school, they're on their phone, they're on TikTok. Now, is this like at one time or is this a daily limit? Did the article say? Do you know?
No, so I didn't get too deep into it to see like the time frame of it all. But I mean, I'm assuming it's gonna be maybe every 4 hours. Like if it makes sense, like hour for every 4 hours or something.
Right.
But even then, like, who are you to tell them? Like, imagine kids whose parents are still at work. They come home and they jump on TikTok, and that's keeping them from doing whatever the hell else they could be doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As a parent, I'm like, I'd be fine with, okay, my kids are watching TikTok. I know what they're doing. They're watching TikTok and doing this and doing that, right? Compared to what we did when we were growing up.
Yeah.
Because,
I mean,
yeah.
And I guess, like, them having TikTok is like, man, like, for example, my wife gets home late. Not late, but like, she gets off around 6, or they get home around 6 o'clock. So she's got to make dinner, clean up the house, do whatever she's got to do. Man, letting them be on TikTok, watching their phones and stuff like that, gives her that time to where they're not messing with her and stuff like that. She has that free time to actually cook them dinner and do stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Right,
I don't know. I'm
it's
kind of with you.
It's your choice to decide, like, how long your kids are on there.
Yeah, so I get what you're saying, right? Like,
yeah.
it should be left up to the parent. They shouldn't be making the decision for you.
For TikTok to buy, we know better than you. We're gonna parent your kids and say they can't be on here for more than an hour. That's kind of where it gets to me. Like, you don't know what the circumstances are, and I get it. Like, you don't want your kid tied to a phone, but this is a different time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a completely different era.
Yeah,
like, everybody has phones now. It's how we communicate. It's how we do everything. I mean, everything is done electronically.
When's the last time you seen a real alarm?
At the vintage store the other day.
Yeah.
You know what? Right. No, you're right.
It's just like that. There's certain things that, like, when we were growing up, we had alarm clocks. We had to get up. We had to hit the buzzer. If we wanted to snooze, like, it was a real snooze.
Right.
You had to.
But that's because, like, us growing, like, we didn't have smartphones and stuff growing up. Not that we're old or anything like that by any means, but this is still a fairly new thing within the last 20 years or something for it to really blow up. Right, exactly.
Our kids are like, this has been here forever.
Right, and so that's the thing. This is all they know. They don't know anything else. You know what I mean?
So those limitations, I feel like, should be for parents to set.
Right.
Like, iPhone, Android sets it up with the parental guidelines that you can set up for your kids. So if your kids have a phone, I'm sure either you set it up because you want those guidelines, or you haven't set it up because you trust your kids not to do them.
Right. And just, like, even more than that, man, like, the things kids can learn from social media or learn from, because TikTok's not just making funny videos and stuff like that. It can be educational, but also, like, today, man, kids, you can make so much money off of doing TikTok and YouTube videos and stuff like that. Well, no, TikTok even though, man.
Absolutely.
TikTok can pay good.
You think so?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, it depends on how many followers and stuff you have, or like how popular videos are, but sure, I think you can.
I was watching a content creator on there yesterday who was saying how he has videos, and I mean, altogether his views are like 15 million altogether on his videos that he's put out in the last month. And they asked him, how much did you get paid off of these 15 million? And that, like, in my head, 15 million views is like crazy. And he was like, oh, I got paid $3,000 for this. And I'm just like, part of me's like, 15 million views. Like, people out here looked at this video 15 million times. So people looked at 15 million videos in TikTok, and their return on that was $3,000.
I mean,
but then the other half is like they're 30-second videos.
Right. Like, you can, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can still make money off of it, obviously, but you can segue TikTok into YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And obviously the monetization really comes from ads and stuff like that.
Which
I don't think TikTok you can't put ads in your video, can you?
You can sponsor, like, you can
get sponsored videos,
yeah, you can get sponsored for videos, but I don't know about that.
No, and so you obviously make good money off those sponsored videos, depending on who your sponsor is, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm with you. I don't necessarily agree with this. It should probably be left up to the parents to decide how long their children are on anything. I mean, anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Agreed.
yeah. All right. Well, to kind of segue out of that, I want to do something a little fun. I want to kind of get your brain going. I want you to get to thinking.
Let's go.
I want to ask you a couple would you rather questions.
I see these all the time.
Yeah.
I should preface this with letting you all know that I tell people this all the time. No one believes me until they hear certain answers, but I am an a-hole with nice moments. And so don't be surprised if you ever get an a-hole answer.
Yeah. Well, I don't think this one might be kind of an asshole answer. We'll see. So I've got two for you, but I'm gonna ask you this one first. All right. Would you rather have baby vomit on you or vomit on a baby?
That's wild. So is it my baby?
It just says baby vomit. So I'm just gonna assume, for the sake of this, random baby.
Just a random baby? Oh, yeah. I'm vomiting all over that baby. Because it seemed like when babies vomit on you, like that smell stays on.
Man, that's a smell.
It's like, all you drink is milk.
Yeah.
Either breast milk or formula, and somehow this shit stinks enough to stick with me all.
Dude, it's bad. Dude, my son vomited directly in my mouth.
That's actually the story I was going to tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so with Bree, I didn't learn the lesson of that. You don't pick them up and do all of that. So she ate probably 30 minutes before that. And I'm just like, hey, Bree, how you doing? I love you. And as soon as I lifted her up, she threw up and it went straight into my mouth. And my first instinct was swallow. And so it happened so quickly that I lifted her up, she threw up, and I just said, "Oh!"
You swallowed it?
I did. It was terrible,
dude. What?
It was instinct. I don't know why the hell that happened, but yeah, it was the first instinct of what happened, and I stopped lifting her up like that after a while.
I still can't get over the fact that you swallowed your daughter's throat.
I will say this: it tasted like nothing.
Okay, stop.
It tasted like nothing.
Sure.
She was a breastfed baby, but it tasted like nothing.
That means you
Have you never tried breast milk?
No. Okay, hold on. Actually, yes. So, funny. This isn't really a funny story. It's actually kind of a messed up story. But I have had, to my knowledge, breast milk one time. And it at first was not to my knowledge. So, I was over at a friend's house, all right, and he had us for dinner. And I don't remember exactly what all we made, but a side that was made was mac and cheese. Come to find out, the girl he was with at the time made the mac and cheese using her breast milk. We did not know until after the fact that she had used her breast milk to make this. She was also a pillhead. So very possible
that you were hot that day too.
With that, yeah, that it got us messed up a little bit.
Here's the question: was the mac and cheese good?
Dude, I honestly don't remember. It was just like box Kraft mac and cheese. Right? So it wasn't like anything special. But I mean, I guess it was special because it was made with breast milk.
He broke up with her, right?
Yeah, they're not together anymore. But
she deserved that. She deserved for every guy to break up with her after that. How you make boxed mac and cheese with breast milk? Like, imagine them putting that in the store. Boxed mac and cheese made with all natural breast milk.
Bro, you know how many weirdos would buy that? That actually is probably not a bad marketing idea. There's a lot of weird people out there that would 100%, and they would pay good money for it too.
Yeah.
Like, they would pay They'd probably pay more for that. Like you could sell that and you could upcharge that.
Do you think it'd be a higher upcharge depending on where it's from?
Like yeah.
Like this breast milk came straight from Texas.
Oh, right. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Oh man.
You could you know how many celebrities would start selling their breast milk mac and cheese? Yo, bro, could you imagine buying a box mac and
Now, I'm not saying I can't do breast milk because I used to drink Britney's all the time.
Shut up. No, you didn't.
I'm not lying.
You used to just drink your wife's breast milk?
So here's the thing.
What the hell are we doing anymore?
Here's the thing. When Brittany first got home from the hospital, the first thing I did, like she had a good little supply in the fridge, and I was like, hey, can I try your breast milk?
Dude, shut up. No, you did not.
No, I didn't have it from the tap, but it was bottled. It was bottled. It was cold.
From the tap.
I tried it, and man, it was almost like horchata. Like it had a sweetness to it.
It had this little cinnamon too.
It didn't have a cinnamon, but it had some sweetness to it, right? And I was like, that's pretty good. But then I had to remember, like, my daughter survives off of this. So I would wait. And then what I would do is if Brittany had like a surplus of milk in there that was about to expire, like if she's like, oh, this needs to be drank before today because it's expiring, and I have 3 whole bottles and it's, 8:30 at night, there's no way that this is going to be drunk today. Then I'd be like, I'll take a little bit of it. So I'd have like, a shot of breast milk. It was good. It's good.
You're messing with me. There's no way that you are serious about this right now. Anybody that's listening to this, I want to know if you guys have done the exact same thing. Would you like eat like a bowl of cereal with your wife's breast milk ever? No. Like some Cheerios and booby milk?
No.
Dude, I might be worse that you were just taking shots of breast milk. That actually sounds like that may be worse than if you had it with cereal or something like that.
No, I didn't want to taint it like with cereal.
Oh, it was like you wanted it pure. You wanted it like straight in your veins, bro.
Right. If it came from the tap cold, I probably would have went straight to the tap. She would have been like in the middle of the night, just like, is Brianna? No, that's not Brianna. That's me.
That's my husband.
That's me.
All right, so 3,000 pounds of meth? No. 3,000 pounds of your wife's breast milk, though.
Only my wife's breast milk.
You're all over that.
I'm not running out here buying random breast milk.
Drink random breast milk from people.
I'm not searching online like, let me buy your breast milk because I really want some.
I don't know if I believe you anymore.
I swear.
No, I mean, I think
only had Brittany's breast milk, and that's how it's gonna stay.
That is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. Almost to the point where I'm sorry I even asked the question of would you vomit on a baby?
Oh, but I mean, back to that. If it's not my kid, it's you or me.
Yeah.
You're getting vomited on today. I'm sure you'll vomit on your parents at some point.
So for me, I'd take the baby vomit, right? Both of my kids had reflux though.
Yeah.
So like I am used, like they couldn't, my son specifically couldn't drink a bottle without throwing it back up. Like that's just rough. Yeah, he had to be on special formula, stuff like that, and it did make it rough. So, I'm used to stuff like that. When my son threw up in my mouth though, I did not swallow it. So now I'm also convinced not only do you like your wife's breast milk,
I like it enough to swallow it from the kid.
Yeah, because you said it tasted like nothing, which I don't.
There was literally no taste.
I don't know if that's
true.
But
you have to understand, like she wasn't eating Whole Foods or any of that.
I understand, but there's still like acid and stuff in there that would leave some sort of.
There was nothing.
Something that's disgusting.
Or maybe it just happened so quickly that I tasted nothing. It was just. Did you taste it when your son threw up? In your mouth?
Yes, I did, man. Yeah. We got our producer over here sleeping. By the way, if you guys hear any snoring,
thank you.
He's tired.
It's not loud.
We record late because I work late. It is, yeah.
And I got insomnia, so I'm up till
he
like
doesn't
4.
sleep anyways. All right, I got another one for you though,
Okay.
because I want to really get away from that topic. Oh, see, man.
We're bringing it back. Breast milk again, y'all.
All right, so it does involve milk, which I guess is. Would you rather use boiling water as eye drops or gargle with sour milk?
I gotta go with sour milk.
I think I agree. It doesn't say you have to swallow it, right?
Yeah.
But have you ever like taken a swig out of a jug of milk and it be bad?
No, because I smell milk every time.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Each and every time.
Right, yeah. So white people, we're a little weird. We don't do that. We just drink it, right?
Well, let me.
Okay, but you're gonna tell me you haven't like smelled it and you're like, I can't really tell. You take
50,
a sip
50.
and then you're like, oh no, this is definitely a no go.
Here's the issue. I don't sip from the jug.
Okay, it might be another white
people
thing.
I poured into a cup. So
right, so if it comes out
now
a little chunky, you're like,
So here's the
cream.
issue, though. So the reason I smell it every time now, and if it even smells anywhere near like a little bit sour, I just don't take the chance.
Okay.
So when I was younger, I went in there and didn't realize that like milk actually expired. Like what happened? And I poured me a whole bowl of cereal, put milk in there. And I mean, this milk was like probably a week and a half expired. Why no one threw it out, I don't know. But it was chunky.
Oh, it was chunky. Okay.
Yeah, it had some chunks.
Yeah.
It was cottage cheese.
Oh,
Right?
how old were you?
Probably 8.
Okay.
So I poured this in there, and I got it in the cereal. I mixed it up, go to eat it, and I'm eating the cereal. And I'm like, man, this cereal tastes weird. I eat the whole bowl, right? My brother comes down. He was like, dang, we ain't got no milk. And I say, it's milk in there. I used it this morning. He goes, this milk expired. You was sitting there eating chunky milk.
It didn't taste weird to you?
It tasted weird, but I thought it was the cereal.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and for like 3 years of my life, none of my siblings let me live down chunky milk.
I wouldn't either.
It was chunky. It was.
Dude, you have had some weird experiences with milk throughout your life.
Which is crazy because I've only had 2 types of milk.
Yeah.
I had 3 now. I just tried oat milk.
Oh, that's not.
It's not bad.
That's just not real milk, though. That's.
I mean, it's milk. No, it's in the name, oat milk.
Doesn't make it milk.
So coconut milk ain't real.
It's
soy milk ain't real.
No, I'm not saying it's not real, but it's not like it's
almond
not
milk
dairy, right? Like,
okay, I mean, it's not
like
dairy.
literally almond milk and stuff like that is just blended up almonds in water. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
That's not milk.
It's milky.
Okay, listen. All right. Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec said the greatest thing. Okay.
What's that?
The only thing I hate more than liars is skim milk, which is just water that's lying about being milk. Which is what oat milk is and almond milk. It's all just that thing mixed with water. Coconut milk, I mean, I don't really have an argument for that because is coconut milk and coconut water the same thing?
Coconut water is the actual water out of coconut.
Oh, okay, so is the milk just like made from the coconut shavings then? The meat of the coconut?
I have no idea. I actually I think I saw a video where they do shave it down and they squeeze the moisture out of it. It's technically, but really it's just the water that's left in the coconut.
Yeah, no, I want some sort of udder or.
It needs to come from the tap. That's what you're saying.
Well, yeah, but only like cow milk. I'm not out here
milking
drinking
cats.
booby milk.
You're not milking. Can you milk a cat, Greg?
Yeah,
I
have nipples. Can you milk me? Yeah. Now back to the other part of that though. Like, why would you put boiling water in your like that could legit make you blind?
Yeah.
Right? Like that could legit mess you up.
Would you like to go to the hospital or just barely gag a little bit today? Like that's how I look at it. Because if you put boiling hot water in your eyes, you're going to the hospital.
Yeah.
I can't gargle.
What do you mean?
I can't gargle. So so I've gotten to the point now where I'm barely able to gargle Listerine.
Like barely, like you
Like
you
my
just put
gag reflex.
Oh,
is
you
terrible.
start.
The minute I like lean my head back, it's like instant. So if I get a sore throat, Brittany's like, gargle some salt water, and I try. The minute I lean back to gargle, I almost throw up every single time.
Really? So that's funny.
And if there's a baby there, I'm definitely throwing up on it.
So that's funny. I can gargle fine, but you know what gets me is like where I gag is like when I'm brushing my teeth. Brushing my teeth makes me gag. So people find this weird. I brush my teeth in the shower.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's weird?
That's
you drink booby milk, but it's weird that I brush my teeth in the shower?
Yeah.
Why is that weird?
So when you're done with your toothbrush, where do you put it?
I got a shower rack in the shower.
That's weird.
Why?
Your toothbrush is right next to your wife's leg shaving, like the shaver for her leg.
We have different racks.
So you got everything.
To assume my wife shaves her legs.
You got everything right there. You got your toothbrush. You got your beard wash. You got your shampoo. We don't need shampoo. You got your loofah. You got your body wash. It's just all right there.
Okay, no, all right. So we've got a rack in our shower that goes on the shower head, right?
Yeah.
Top shelf is where I put my toothbrush and my toothpaste, and there's like a middle row where she puts her stuff. I don't know, and then it's 3 rows, and then the bottom row, she has more shit on there because I have 3 things in the shower and she has 400, right? Yeah. But then the bottom of the rack also has where she can like hang her loofah and her razor though. So she can hang that. So there's a good distance. And then my body wash I just leave on the floor in the shower. We have a stand-up shower. So
it's just always in
my toothpaste or in toothbrush? Yeah.
Is it covered? Like, is there a cap over it?
No.
You see where I'm going with this, right?
No.
So, like, when she gets in the shower, you get in the shower. You're, like, taking a shower, and the water's bouncing off of your body and onto your toothbrush.
How close do you think I'm standing to the shower? Or to the toothbrush?
Water is going to bounce.
First off, we have a detachable shower head, so I take it off. I don't just stand under it. I take it off, and it's close to my body when I'm taking a shower.
Still. How you know she does the same?
Because I've showered with my wife before. I've watched my wife shower before.
Just sitting in the bathroom. Yeah, honey. You go ahead and shower.
Dude, what man has not done that?
Hey, make sure you get some water on my toothbrush while you're doing that.
Well, then, you rinse it off.
Nah, that's weird.
That's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
You are literally the one person I've ever heard say, I keep my toothbrush in my shower.
Why would I take it out and then
I've never heard I've heard of being in a rush and you're like, I gotta take a shower and I gotta brush my teeth, so I'm a multitask and brushing my teeth while I'm taking a shower. But just every day, the first thing I do when I wake up is I get in the shower and I brush my teeth while I'm in the shower.
Yeah. So I have this weird thing, and I only do this at home. Me and you have shared a hotel room together. I don't do that in I only do it at home.
Yeah.
Right.
If I saw your toothbrush in the shower at the hotel room, my balls is getting scrubbed. You're like, what is that?
Not again. No. So I only do it at home. But I have this weird thing, man. I don't if I take a shower and I get out of the shower, I hate this weird feeling that my mouth is not clean. It's weird, but then vice versa. I know I'm about to wash it, but it feels different. There's a different feeling of like if I'm in the shower and I brush my teeth, then I wash my body, all that stuff. Where if I like take a shower, I get out, my mouth feels dirty. Even if I brush my teeth immediately after, I've already dried off and like it just feels weird. I don't know. I've done this for as long as I can remember. So I will take a shower specifically so I can brush my teeth.
So, what's the difference between brushing your teeth 1st and then jumping in the shower, or like taking a shower and then brushing your teeth as soon as you get out?
I told you, it's just it's a weird feeling. It doesn't like I don't feel clean. My mouth doesn't feel clean unless I do it all. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a different feeling. My mouth feels weird. I don't like it. It makes me mad. Ruins my day. And
Just
I don't.
Whole day ruined.
I don't think it's weird that I do this. I don't think it's. I don't appreciate you sitting here and judging me for how I brush my teeth. How do you do yours? What's your order of?
So Brittany yells at me all the time about this, but I am a person that like if I don't have to work, I don't brush my teeth until after I eat breakfast.
What? That's not weird.
She gets up and that's the first thing she does.
No.
She's like, I just need fresh breath. And I'm like, I get that. Like, I really do, but I also don't need my cereal tasting like mint.
Yeah.
Like, the whole time, if I'm eating cereal, whatever I eat, like, I just don't need it tasting like mint. So, I will brush my teeth afterwards. But if I'm working, like, I'll get up, I get in the shower, I take a shower first. And then the last thing I do right before I leave the house is brush my teeth. And like, so I'll get dressed, I'll do everything that I need to do. Then I'll go brush my teeth, and then I'm like, all right, it's time to go. And she thinks I'm weird, and I'm like, it's just like I leave the house and I feel like my breath is fresh and everything's good.
Okay, so if you if you don't have to leave the house for the day, right?
Yeah.
If it's just a chill day, you ain't doing nothing at all. Do you shower? If you know you're just not, if you're not doing nothing but laying on the couch watching TV, playing video games all day.
So it depends on the day before. Like, what was I doing the day before?
Just like a typical work day. Nothing crazy. You weren't out like. I assume like if you were doing anything crazy, you would have probably taken a shower.
If I got out and went to work, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I get up in the morning, I take a shower.
Mm-hmm.
Or it may not be like immediately like I normally do at work. But I'll like give it a few hours and then I'll get up and take a shower. Because I feel like I can't relax throughout that day, really, truly relax, unless I've had that shower. Then I'm like, my body just like, all right, we're good. We can relax.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I don't have a shower, my mind constantly is like, you got to take a shower today. And then I'm like trying to plan out the day of, but what if this happens and I got to go somewhere? Then I got to rush and take a little quick shower.
Right. Yeah. So see, I'm just like, I cannot leave my house unless I've taken a shower. I don't care what. I could just be running to the store to grab a gallon of milk. I cannot leave my house unless I have taken a shower.
I can't run to the store to grab a gallon.
Yeah, you won't come back home.
Yeah, it'd be a long time.
Oh my God, your poor daughters.
Where's your dad? He's still at the store getting milk.
All right. Jeez, man. What can a pack of Newports?
Nah. No. That doesn't work either.
Anyways.
That's where your dad went, right?
No, my dad died.
No.
Oh, yeah. He's okay. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
Your dad at least came home eventually, Michael. Mine's never coming home. Anyways, so no, I can't leave the shower. Leave the shower.
Can't leave the shower without going to the house.
I can't leave my house unless I've taken a shower. Are you a night shower or a morning shower?
It depends. I prefer to take. So it's crazy. I used to take a night shower, and it used to be like I have to take a shower before I get into bed because like it just that it just felt right.
Right.
But now I feel like taking a morning shower for me, it's like it just starts the day off it wakes you up, it gets you energized, it starts the day off a whole lot better. But if I do something crazy, like if I'm cutting grass or doing something like that, barbecuing, any of that, I'm taking a shower as soon as I'm.
Yeah, obviously, right? So my thing is even when I take a shower at night, I still get up and take one in the morning.
Yeah.
Like I could take a shower, go straight to bed, and I'm still gonna take a shower in the morning before I leave to do anything. And I don't know if it's because like I sweat a lot and when I sleep or what, but like
It's just habit.
yeah, man, I just feel dirty. Like I don't even if I know I just took a shower right before bed, I can't. Like I have to take a shower before I leave the house, or I just feel gross.
See, and if that's me, I'd be taking a shower 2 hours apart.
Yeah, that's fair, right? Because you
I'll go to sleep
bed
at 4,
3-4 o'clock in the morning,
and then I'd wake up at 6, and then be like, "Yeah, I gotta take another shower now."
Yeah,
you know?
that's true. How do you function like that, man?
Um,
And what's crazy?
It depends on the day. Like,
and what's crazy is like you don't like regularly drink coffee either.
no, but you know what's crazy is lately I've been going to Starbucks a lot more, and I don't even get the coffee drinks as much. Some days like it's rough, and I'm like, I need caffeine. But
because you don't really drink soda either. Because if you drink soda, you get on a kick. That's bad.
Yeah. Oh, it's a 2-week binge every time I have Pepsi.
Yeah,
and it's like the last time I did it, I realized 7 days into it that I hadn't drank water. Period. Like not a single drop of water.
Woke up and the first thing you grabbed was a can of Pepsi.
I woke up, I grabbed the can. So I swear to you, I woke up one morning. I had a can of Pepsi next to me from the night before that. Like I started drinking. I fell asleep. And granted, it's like 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours. Started drinking, fell asleep, and I woke up and I was like, "Oh man, dude, I feel like crap. I'm gonna drink some Pepsi." I drank this Pepsi, and then I went to the bathroom to take a piss. And as soon as I started pissing, like it felt like needles were in my stomach, like it hurt. And I was just like, "Oh, this hurts. Why does this hurt?" I know y'all thought that was going somewhere else. But then I was like, "When's the last time I had water?" I'm just sitting here like calculating. Damn, you have not had water at all. All you've drank is Pepsi.
So to get yourself like, do you have to like mentally get yourself off of Pepsi, or do you just like reach the point where you're just tired of drinking it?
I'm never tired.
Okay, so you literally have to tell yourself you have to stop this. You have to drink some water.
I have to get it out of my house.
Okay.
So usually when I go on my binges, I'll start buying 12 packs, 6 packs of bottles and things like that. And then I tell myself, like, once I'm done with this, I'm done. Like, I'm not going to have it. And I won't have it for a year.
Right.
6 months to a year, and then I'll go on the binge. And it's just like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
It's going to be a wild 2 weeks. Let's live it up. And now as I say this, I understand how it is to do math.
No, you don't. Don't you take that away from us. Okay, but so back to there was an actual question in there, and I don't even remember what it was. Like what the initial question was.
Of all of that, we were talking about the sour milk.
No. How do you function on 3 hours of sleep a night?
I've done it since I was 16.
Have you like talked to somebody about it? Right. So
yeah.
Because here's the thing, right? That you have been offered like by a doctor sleeping pills, right?
Yeah.
You refuse to take pills.
I don't like taking pills.
What, like ibuprofen and stuff like that you take? Or
I mean, if I need to.
Okay.
But usually if I'm taking something for a headache, it's bad.
Why? Are you like afraid you're going to become addicted or?
No, I mean, and that's the thing.
Are
like,
you just
it's not like
stubborn?
Addiction is. I'm an Aries, man.
I don't know what that means.
I'm bullheaded.
Okay,
like,
no, I'm a Taurus. Stubborn. I'm bullheaded.
It
is what they say. But
I'm a Ram. Technically.
I don't believe in astrology.
That's fine.
That's not a real thing.
But that's a bullheaded thing. say.
No. No.
That's a real tourist thing. Hey, I'm a tourist, but I don't believe in all of this
I was
stuff.
just saying, like, if you're gonna say you're bullheaded,
I'm like I just it's a dependency. I can go to sleep if I had a headache. I can go to sleep for a few hours, wake up, and I'm not going to go back to sleep later on. I know it, but my headache will be gone. So it's like there's so many natural things that you can do to get rid of it that the only time I go to something that's unnatural, like taking pills or things like that, is if it's to a point where I'm like, I can't deal with this anymore. And I've woken up with a headache before and dealt with it all day until 3:00 in the morning when I fell asleep.
dude, I will eat pills like it's nobody's business, and not like pills, but like, dude, ibuprofen
Headache?
is yeah, dude.
Oh, my back. Ooh.
Man, I can't with my job, dude. I cannot. If I have a headache, dude, my whole day is ruined. If my back pain is just completely ruined. So I can't relate with you, man. Like I take so many pills a day anyways because
I'm at that point now. Like I'm at that point where there are certain things I can't control. You can't control cholesterol. Well, you can,
but right.
Like
if you're not, it's not as easy as just like once you've
working
reached the
out.
point where you have to take those pills, you have to take them until you start doing stuff physically to get yourself back out, right?
Right. So I'm on cholesterol. I'm on blood pressure. I'm on. I forgot what the other ones are. One's a water pill. One's something else. But like those are things that I need to survive.
Right. Yeah. You need these to literally live.
Yeah.
You need these pills.
Yeah.
Right.
So at some point, maybe I'll get in shape enough to where I don't have to take them again. But
yeah, that's the goal.
That's a necessity.
Right.
Ibuprofen because I have a headache, not necessarily a necessity.
I disagree.
Until it's like bang.
Right.
If there's a party going on in my head, then I'm like, all right, give it here. Or I've done it if like I have to do something and I know I won't be able to go to sleep. Like I'm gonna be around loud people or something like that. Because it'll just piss me off. I'll go off on somebody.
Yeah.
It wasn't even you. It was the headache.
It was the headache.
Dealing with all day.
So you're the one in the relationship that uses the headache excuse. I've got a headache.
Yeah. Not tonight. I got a headache.
I've got a headache.
This is the 12th night in a row.
All right. You want to hear something stupid I did today? Actually, before I came over here to film this podcast. So I asked you, I text you. I was like, hey, are we gonna just record the podcast or are we gonna do video with it also? You're like, we're gonna do video. I was like, all right, I need to shave my head. My head was getting a little out of control, right? So I'm shaving my head, I shaved my own head because I'm poor and also I'm bald. No reason to go to a barber to shave my head. So I'm shaving my head and I dropped the clipper somehow. And it like hits my stomach. And now I got this big cut on my stomach from the clippers from shaving my head. How do you sometimes I wonder how I get out of bed in the morning.
How do you fix other people's broken houses?
Right.
And you can't shave your head.
Dude, I can't tell you.
So here's what I've learned. I always assume that when people shave their head, it's like in movies where they have like the actual razor.
You think I got like a straight razor and I'm just
not a straight razor, but like they have actual like the same one Ashley probably used to shave her legs. Not specifically that
right.
one, but you could just regular
right or
Gillette
like
5.
Yeah, like something people use to shave their face.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I assume you use on your head. And so the biggest thing with that story you just told me is you use an electric razor.
Yeah.
Is it like the one that like you just rub?
Mm-mm.
Just sit on your head and it's
no. They're clippers. I use clippers to shave my head.
I feel like that doesn't get as close. Though.
Well, no, it doesn't. Like I've taken like a razor to my head and shaved it all the way down, but uh, I have really bad I have bad dry skin or like rosacea on the top of my head. So if I actually shave it down like that, it gets so irritated and so uncomfortable. So I don't do it as often. Last time I did it actually was my wedding, and I didn't even do it.
Did you?
No. So all right. So here, this is
Tell the story.
Yo, for my wedding, okay, I went to my first black barbershop.
Yes.
I will never go back to a white person. I am telling you, man. This dude had me looking so clean. My beard has never been so shaped, so trimmed. I was getting steam towels in between getting steam towels.
Did he straight razor your head?
He did.
God, that's like one of the best things.
My man pulled the leather strap, sharpened it. Took yeah, dude, took the steam towel, wrapped my head in it. Dude, it was incredible.
That's cultural appropriation.
No.
Gave you like a little turkey?
No. Oh. I got a big ass head. That towel wasn't that big, all right?
No, but I tell you.
And I'll tell you how I'll tell you how I know it was a black barbershop. Outside of the fact that the barbers there were black, right? Yeah. There was just random dudes hanging out chatting. I feel like I've seen barbershop.
You've been in a sports clip and they get in and out.
Yeah, sports clip. Sports clip is the biggest joke, first off.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Have you ever been? No, of course.
No.
All right. So you go to this. So I used to go to sports clips, right? This is back when I had hair and got an actual haircut. And I'd go and I'd get like I think they call it the MVP treatment, which is like they put a steam towel on your face. And then you get like a massage, but they just use like one of them like $10 electric massage.
Is it a face massage?
No, like they'll massage your shoulders and stuff, but it's with like the like
electric.
The like $15 one you can buy at Walmart. Yeah. Complete waste of money. Complete waste of money. Man, I don't know, like $30, $35. I don't know. Maybe more. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've had hair.
I spent $30 on my haircut.
Yeah, okay. So, but that's not like I want to say I spent 40 at, and this is, you go to sports clips, that's without like them even trimming my beard or doing anything like that. So, $40 go to this barbershop. Dude, I mean, you saw me, you were in my wedding.
Yeah.
He had me shaped up so nice. Yeah. Dude, that was the most excited I've ever been. I'm pretty sure I text you first. It was like, yo, look at this.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
Man,
so,
I will never go back.
Word of advice.
Yeah.
If you ever go back to that barbershop,
mm-hmm.
you can only go to that.
Yeah. Aaron, I remember his name.
Okay, because I'm telling you, you walk in and if Aaron's running late that day, he walk in and you sitting in Jamal's chair, he goes. That's the last time.
Yeah, well, and so what's funny is like he wasn't even the one that was supposed to cut my hair.
Yeah,
it was actually supposed to be some girl, but she was sick, and so he was just like, "I got you, fam." And so, man, I am telling you, if you have never been to a black barber, that there are a lot of things in life that like you should try, and that's one of them. If you really want to get cleaned up, that's one of them. So,
all right. So, check this out.
All right, what you got?
Am I the asshole?
Oh, so this is a segment that we want to do every episode. It's
every single one. Yeah. We're gonna one of us will ask each other about am I the asshole. Y'all can come in and let us know what you think.
Right. So these are stories that we're finding off like Reddit and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So this isn't necessarily us. I'm sure there will be times where you've got a situation where you're like, look, I just need to know, am I the asshole? Right?
Yeah.
But for now, we're gonna find out if these people are
I don't
actually
know
assholes.
because in most of those cases, I'm probably
Yeah,
but
you
we'll see.
definitely are.
Am I the a-hole for leaving a vacation I planned for my girlfriend after her friends came along? I decided that I wanted to end the entire relationship. I packed my important belongings and arranged with my best friend to crash at his apartment until I can find mine. Usually, when small issues happen in a relationship, it ties into a bigger issue of that relationship. The main reason why I decided to break up is because I realized that her friends will always be closer to her than me. Sarah has favored her friends over me and blown off some of our plans for her friends for years. I was lying to myself for years because I didn't want to face the reality yet. I'd hoped she would change, but this trip really opened my eyes that I will always be in third place to her. I expressed my feelings multiple times, and Sarah promised she would change, and she didn't. Sarah came home late yesterday. I said I have a lot to get off my chest, and I want to get through my notes before she talks or tries to interrupt. First question I asked Sarah was how she thought the trip was. She said we all had fun and it was memorable. I shouldn't have felt like the third wheel on my own vacation, especially on a trip that I planned. Next question. Why did you invite your friends in the first place? You knew this was an anniversary. This was an anniversary trip for us. She talked about the trip to her friends since the beginning, and they'd never been to Colorado. She thought it would be a good idea to allow them to come just so they can have fun with us. I followed up with my lack of knowledge of her friends coming along until days before. It's one thing if they came and did their own activities, but it's another thing when every activity became a group activity. I signed us up for a monogamous, not a poly relationship. The last question was, did you know that I was going to propose to you?
Oh my!
Sarah said she didn't know at all. Thought never occurred to Sarah that I was going to ask. She claimed that she wouldn't have invited her friends to come along if she knew, but I responded that it would ruin the surprise if I told you. She begged me to stay with her and believes we can work everything out. She didn't want to throw away 5 years after one bad trip.
5 years?
It's crazy. I listened to her, but ultimately left Sarah with this. It's clear that there isn't enough room in your heart for your boyfriend and your friends. As much as I love you, I can't stand a relationship where I'm not respected. I left Sarah in the house by herself and drove off to my friend's place. Am I the asshole?
Oh man. So 5 years. They were together for 5 years. He planned this special romantic getaway for him and his girl. He was going to propose to her
On their anniversary.
Right. She obviously didn't know that. This was their anniversary.
Yeah.
And so she invites all of her friends. And
her friends never been to Colorado.
I don't fucking care. No, you're not an asshole. I don't think you're an asshole. That's just me personally. So, like, here's my take, right? Like, I just, like, that's so disrespectful, I feel like. Because he said he also didn't know until a couple days before the trip was going down.
Yeah.
Which means she didn't even tell him. Like, and I'm sure it was just like oh, by the way, my friends are coming with us. She probably didn't even give him the option. This was just like they're coming. No, man. No. That would not fly with me.
So, I think two things can be true. I do think he's an asshole.
Why?
But not for anything that happened.
Oh, why is he an asshole?
That's 5 years.
Uh-huh.
If you were at a point where you felt like you were going to propose to this woman,
yeah,
and you can that easily just let it go.
Well, so that's the thing, right? We're not getting the full story of their relationship. Like, some other stuff had to have happened leading up to this at some point for you to just throw that away.
But even with everything else, like, he still felt like he was there enough to propose. So to be to that point, to be ready to propose, and then she makes a mistake, which I mean, it's a big one. I'm going to tell you now. There's no way we're leaving for this trip if 3 days beforehand, 4 days, I don't care how many days. It's our anniversary, and you come to me and say, "Oh yeah, I invited our friends. I didn't tell you until just now."
Well, see,
Well, this trip canceled now.
right, but that's the thing, right? Like it wasn't just a trip for them to just like they weren't just like going away for the weekend. This was their anniversary, so she knew how special or important this was. Whether or not she knew he was gonna propose or not is irrelevant.
Yeah.
She knew that this was their anniversary, and if she didn't know it was their anniversary, Sarah, you a bigger bitch than I thought you were.
Sarah's an asshole. Don't get me wrong.
She's
everything on that trip and before that trip and all of this. She's an asshole.
No, she
but
sucks.
I'm just saying,
that's just like a general rule.
Yeah,
in human beings, she sucks.
Yeah, I mean, let's. I say this all the time, and it was said to me. But if you're at that point, especially where you're wanting to marry someone, you've been in this relationship, you cannot put your friends before that person.
No, not at all.
Like, and I'm not talking about like, oh, they're going to get into an argument, and there's argument where your person's wrong and your friend's right. Like that's going to happen, whatever, and you talk to them about that. But like, if you're consistently on an everyday basis putting your friends before your significant other,
yeah, no, I'm with you. I couldn't do it, but I don't think he's an asshole. Like everybody has their tipping point, man. Like even if you're at the point where you're like, all right, I want to marry this girl, but like, if I don't think it's just so simple as like if something that small to set you off, like it was their anniversary, bro.
I don't think it was small, but I feel like if you were at that point of proposing, you have to put some blame on him too. Like she's an a-hole.
No, I mean I agree.
But he if she consistently put up with the fact that she consistently put her friends ahead. And he was still going to propose.
Yeah.
Right? So all of this leading up to this tells her she's doing nothing wrong.
Right.
Even if he complains about it, she can keep doing it because he's doing nothing wrong.
Well, so what would the alternative be?
In this situation?
Well, no, you like he said he's talked to her about it before and nothing's changed. So
there needs to be. So I feel like then we should have never even gotten to the proposal. Like, if this is such a big deal, why would you want to marry someone and spend the rest of your life with someone who does this?
Right. Well, because the idea is that like you can look past their flaws, right?
But he couldn't. Well, because obviously he left her ass.
This time he couldn't. Like eventually he was just like, all right, that's too far. And
imagine the wedding night. Like if they would have gone through with this, and wedding night comes and they get back to the room and
her friends are there.
He goes goes to the bathroom to get undressed and comes out with all of her friends, and he's just like, "What's going on here?" Yeah, it's a different type of party here today.
Wait, bro, you made that sound like that's a bad thing. I guess there could be certain situations where, and listen, my wife is going to listen to this and she's going to be like, what friends would you, blah, blah, blah. Because you know how women are, man. She's going to be like, oh,
I don't know how women are.
You don't have women? You don't have a woman in your life?
I don't know. My woman is God's.
Really? Really? Yeah, so is mine. Yeah. Love you, sweetheart. Anyways, no. I don't know, man. So the question is he an asshole for breaking up with her? Then I would guess.
I think
or is he like an asshole for feeling that way? I just assume everybody's an asshole, and that's just how I get through life.
So it sounds like he left the vacation early.
Oh no!
Because of that, and yeah, no,
dude, I don't blame you for that at all, man. Now, what would be funny is if he didn't even tell her he was leaving. She just like woke up he got up in the middle of the night and was like, yo, I'm going to use the restroom. yo, actually, I'm gonna go down the hall, and get some ice out of the ice machine, and just dipped out. I still don't think he'd be an asshole. That would be so funny to me if he did that.
And then they go on like a whole search. He hasn't been back in like 3 days. We haven't seen him.
Yeah.
Why did it take you 3 days to call the
look
cops?
for him? Yo, why didn't he just call some of his friends up and invite them?
I wouldn't have gone on the trip.
Right. So yeah.
So according to this, like I looked again here and it said he knew for 5 days.
So he had ample time to be like, listen,
your
friends are not coming. So if you invite, so like,
where did they stay?
I don't know.
That's
man.
the crazy. Like, here's the thing: if I'm planning a romantic relationship, right, I get this Airbnb, right? It's got no space. Now I'm not going to get a 5-bedroom Airbnb for just me and Brittany, right? So I get an Airbnb. It's probably going to be a nice little Airbnb, hot tub, something there where we can enjoy each other.
Like the Airbnb me and you got when we went out of town.
Yeah. At the lake?
No. In Nashville.
Oh. Yeah, so
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, but excuse me. So I'm just sitting there thinking, like, you planned all of this. You set it all up. So at some point you gave her enough information for either her friends to get a hotel at the same hotel as y'all if you're staying at a hotel, or you made the mistake of getting an Airbnb that was big enough to house you and all of her friends.
Well, so not necessarily, right? Like, he could have already had the Airbnb and stuff, and then she was like, this is where we're staying, and then they just, like, booked a hotel close. Maybe not even close, but it says they went on the same activities, so she could have been like, yo, we're gonna go mountain climbing today, and this is where we're going at this time, this is where we're going, and then they just showed up. Like, I mean, not just showed up, but, like, she obviously invited them. I don't know, man. I don't like you're right. Like, now that we're getting more, like, 5 days, that's plenty of time for you to sit there and be like, look, this is not, you're not inviting them. Yeah. If you invite them, then we're not going. Like, I'm just canceling the whole thing.
It's enough to get a refund.
5 days?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'd care if I got a refund or not.
I mean, unless it's an Airbnb, because I think you have like 72 hours to cancel.
Man, I'm just saying, like,
outside of that, like,
it's so disrespectful. In my opinion, it's so disrespectful that she would even do that. I don't know. I don't think he's an asshole necessarily. I don't think you can be an asshole to a bitch. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying, right? But here's my thing. He didn't have to go on the trip. He accepted it. Right?
Yeah.
He essentially said it's okay by going on this trip with her. Mm-hmm. And then he became a baby the whole time because they couldn't get one-on-one time. You let them come on this trip. You should have put your foot down from the get-go.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I planned this. Oh, you're bringing your friends? Nah, that ain't working.
That's not happening.
Like, this is a us
thing. Yeah.
Oh, you really want to go with your friends? Well, y'all enjoy that. I'm going to stay home.
Yeah. I get where you're coming from. I don't know. I think they're both assholes. I think everybody's an asshole. Yeah.
She's 100% an asshole.
Yeah.
Everything
she
about
was like, she's the most in the wrong for this situation, for sure.
When she told her friends, that was an asshole. When she invited her friends, that was an asshole. Listen.
So what I'm curious is, he said he left early from the trip, right?
Yeah.
Did she? Like,
no,
did she follow? She stayed and hung out with her. Okay, then no. How's he an asshole?
Yeah, she stayed with her friends.
No. Maybe that was the tipping point where he's like, all right, clearly she doesn't respect me enough at all.
And cried while she stayed in Colorado.
He went home and cried? But how do you know he cried?
I don't know if he cried.
What if he went home and
he seems like he probably cried.
That dude's
my grandma gave me that chain.
That dude is definitely a crybaby, bro.
Like, if you...
he's like, that meme?
The Michael Jordan meme?
No, like the like Wolverine laying in bed with like the picture frame.
Oh yeah,
Like that was definitely. He went home, laid in bed, just like stared at her picture.
all I wanted in my life was just me and you, but
Just us.
even in this picture, your friends are in the background.
Could you imagine, bro?
Oh man, that's a package deal that somebody's got to deal with.
Yeah. It'd be different if like
He's out.
if he invited them because he like wanted them to be there when he proposed to her.
But what's the point of telling her? Like, is it that's also
To
the
make her
thing that
feel bad,
I feel like you're
for
an a-hole
sure.
about. It's
Right.
like, hey, so I'm leaving you. I'm done with this relationship. Also, I was gonna propose to you. Hot
But now
in your
I'm not.
face.
Suck it.
Yeah. Now I'm moving in with my best friend. I think we can work this out.
I still don't think he's an asshole.
I feel like he's gonna go back to her. He's 100%.
I'm kind of a vindictive person, though, right? So, like, I understand where he's coming from. Like, I would say and do some shit just to make somebody feel bad. I openly admit that I am an asshole in that way. Like, if you've done me wrong, there is no limits I won't go to make you feel like a piece of shit.
I don't know if I could say it.
And I don't know. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's my mom, my grandma. I don't care if it's your dog. If your dog did me dirty, man, the things I would do to make your dog feel like a fucking asshole. Woo!
Makes you an asshole.
No, it doesn't.
Yes.
It does. It does. It makes me. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I've accepted that I'm an asshole. But like I'm not an asshole in every situation. Sometimes I'm right about stuff. Like sometimes like you both can be true. You can be an asshole generally speaking, but about certain situations, not always an asshole. Sometimes you can just be right. And in my relationship, I'm always right.
She's 100%. We'll say this. She's 100% asshole.
My wife?
No. This Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah. No, I don't know if asshole's a strong enough word for Sarah.
He has asshole tendencies.
She's an asshole. He's a butthole.
We'll go with that. And on that note, that is the end of our first episode. Y'all go ahead and subscribe,
I don't have anything else for you, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, please subscribe, like,
share,
follow us, share. It doesn't leave a comment if you can comment. I don't know if you can comment on podcasts.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, you can leave a review.
Yeah, leave a review. Let us know what you guys think. This is obviously the first episode. We're gonna have many more of these. If there's something you guys want to hear us talk about, let us know. We'd love to talk about it. We're open to just about any sort of conversation. There's a couple of topics that maybe are deemed a little off limits just because of personal beliefs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Religion,
if we get enough
we're not really gonna get into that. Politics, we probably won't touch with too much.
We like to keep it light.
Yeah. I mean, I'll talk about anything, but Michael's a little bitch, so.
Enough followers, enough likes, they might get it.
Hey, you hear that? You guys want to hear Michael talk about some stuff that Michael don't want to talk about? You know what to do.
Yeah. I'm going to have a fizz face the whole time. I'm just going to be real.
A what?
A fizz face.
Wait, for white people, what's that mean?
You know who Mac Dre is, right?
Mac Dre?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You ever heard Thizzle dance?
Yo, yeah.
So this is well, we'll talk about that next episode.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter
ready.
at That Guy and This Guy 8, the number 8. Follow us on Facebook, That Guy and This Guy. And like I said, like, comment.
Yeah, follow us on YouTube.
Yeah.
What's that YouTube?
That Guy and This Guy.